Action News at 11. Coverage you can count on.
Now on Action News, a mystery in Fort Caroline. Police searching for a missing man find a body. Why they aren't connecting the two just yet. Plus, the last remaining French terror suspect is on the run. The new connection revealed between the attack on France and an attempt to bring down a jet in the U.S. And clear tonight on the First Alert Storm Tracker, but meteorologist Garrett Bedenbaugh is tracking rain on its way. What this means for your Sunday in minutes. But first, a search for a missing person led police to a body. Welcome to Action News at 11, everyone. I'm Catherine Barnum. A search for a missing person started in the Monument Landing neighborhood in Fort Caroline just around 1 o'clock this afternoon. Just before 6 tonight, police told us they found a body in the nearby woods. Action News' Amanda Warford was the first reporter on the scene. And Amanda, police are sharing very little information with you.
Police did wrap up their investigation here at the scene, at least for now. But take a look at this area. It gives us a chance to give you a closer look at where police were searching for that man tonight. And it is down this trail in that wooded area where they discovered a man's body. Julia Baker heard search crews right above her home Saturday and saw police all around.
They continued for a good 2 hours.
Action News was there when the entrance to her usually quiet neighborhood called Monument Landing was completely closed off. Just feet away, we spotted officers in the woods. They told me they were searching for a missing man in his 40s who ran into these woods with a bow at his side.
Investigation led the officers to the 2300 block of Monument Road.
Sergeant S.A. Ramage said that man's family reported him missing around 1 p.m. Over the next 3 hours, I counted nearly a dozen officers and first responders in the area. Then the search was called off and the medical examiner arrived.
Investigation led officers to a gentleman that was deceased in the woods.
Police say they have yet to determine who that man was, how he died, and what he was doing here in a wooded area protected by the state where no one should be.
It's so sad. It's so sad. What they were doing, I don't know, but all of these people out here are neighbors, and to hear a death is just overcoming. It's overwhelming.
An autopsy is being performed right now, and that will help police determine if the man that they were searching for is in fact the man whose body was found tonight. We are live in Fort Caroline. Amanda Warford, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
All new at 11, the Baker County Sheriff's Office says they have 3 people in custody who are accused of breaking into a home and beating a woman and her small child. Both victims are now out of the hospital tonight. Deputies say the attack happened around 2 this morning. We expect to learn more about this case in a news conference planned for 10 tomorrow morning. We are following breaking news in Texas where just in the last 15 minutes, deputies say what they thought was a hostage situation in a hospital is not. An emergency dispatcher says it started in the Tomball Regional Hospital's critical care unit. You're getting a live look there right now. It all started around 7 Central Time tonight. Deputies say the man is a distraught father in the room with his son, who is also a patient. They say it's unclear if he is armed. We are working to learn more information, and we'll bring it to you as soon as we get it. New at 11, French authorities think the last suspect in this week's terror attacks may have left the country before they even happened. Right now, they're trying to track her down. Ayet Boudanian is the common-law wife of one of the dead terrorists and is suspected of helping plan the attacks. She is wanted in connection with a shooting death of a police officer on Thursday. Sources in the Turkish government say she entered Turkey on January 2nd, days before the attacks that ended with 17 people dead. French security sources say she is now headed to Syria. And a Yemeni journalist is reporting the underwear bomber who is in an American prison for trying to bring down a plane back in '09 used to be roommates with one of the men who attacked the French satire magazine Charlie Hebdo. Action News and our affiliates have been unable to confirm that report right now. The black boxes from AirAsia Flight 8501 were not there when salvage crews pulled the tail out of the Java Sea earlier today. Leaders of the search say the voice and data recorders must have detached from the tail section when the jet went back on December 28th. So far, bodies of 48 out of 162 people on board have been recovered. George Zimmerman walked out of the Seminole County Courthouse this morning after posting a $5,000 bond. Seminole County deputies took this mugshot after Zimmerman was arrested last night in Lake Mary. He's accused of throwing a wine bottle at his girlfriend. During a hearing in Seminole County Court this morning, the judge set Zimmerman's bond at $5,000. The judge also told Zimmerman to avoid contact with the unidentified woman and to stay out of Volusia County, where she lives. Outside of court, Zimmerman's lawyer had this to say to reporters.
I'm certainly not comfortable talking about this in detail. The investigation is new and ongoing. The charge is aggravated assault with a weapon, not a firearm. And at this point, we're still sorting through it.
Now, this is the third time Zimmerman has been arrested since 2013 when he was acquitted in the death of Trayvon Martin. After that case, police arrested him 2 other times after disputes with his wife and another one with his girlfriend. A Jacksonville man is suspected to survive after being shot in the face overnight. Police tell us he walked into Memorial Hospital around midnight. The man told an officer he was visiting a friend on University Club Boulevard when 2 men tried to rob him. Also, a man is dead following a fight outside a West Side strip club. Jacksonville police say 2 men were in the parking lot of Silver Fox Strip Club on Beaver Street when the victim was shot. Witnesses reported hearing gunshots, but no one saw what happened. Police are now working to figure out who that man is and why he was killed. History in downtown Jacksonville today as dozens of local couples spent their Saturday saying, "I do." The couples were married at a mass ceremony today in Hemming Park. Many of them received their marriage licenses Tuesday after the same-sex marriage ban expired in Florida on Tuesday.
That still feels like a dream. I was hoping that in my lifetime I'd see this day, but to be here is just, it's indescribable.
The ceremonies today were also followed by a mass reception. Hundreds gathered at the old state capitol in support of first responders today. The rally was organized by wives of Tallahassee police officers. Many of the people there proudly displayed signs and shirts proclaiming their support for police and first responders. Governor Rick Scott and First Lady Ann Scott also attended the rally. One spouse of a Tallahassee officer was moved to tears by the support shown.
Sometimes you don't know if they're going to come home. Just hope and pray every day.
Kind of just makes what he does seem more important.
That woman also says she was touched to see the governor and his wife attend the rally.
3, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff of the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket with Dragon.
Another successful launch for SpaceX at 4:47 this morning. A Falcon 9 rocket took off from Cape Canaveral with supplies for the International Space Station. But what made this launch different from others is crews hoped to land the leftover booster on a barge 200 miles off of our coast. But instead of a smooth landing, the booster crashed. Less than 30 minutes after that launch, the SpaceX CEO posted several tweets. One said, quote, "Rocket made it to drone spaceport ship, but landed hard. Close, but no cigar this time." Another tweet said, "Ship itself is fine. Some of the support equipment on the deck will need to be replaced." A record turnout at the Duval County Public Schools annual school expo today. DCPS tells us about 17,000 attended the event compared to last year's 15,000. The massive expo gave parents a chance to learn about more than 160 traditional public, charter, private, magnet, and special needs schools. Parents say it's a catalyst for choice.
If we can get her in get a good school and build a foundation, you know, a better opportunity for success later on.
And it's really like a marketplace. They're asking questions, picking and choosing, and that's the kind of culture we want to create.
Organizers tell us schools will also offer tours and open houses throughout the next month for families to visit. Local breweries want you to come out and get a taste of Jacksonville and then tell all your friends about it. It's part of a new push by Visit Jacksonville to try out the Jack's Ale Trail. We saw what it was all about today. You can visit 7 local craft breweries with a passport. The more places you go and mark off, the more chances you get to win prizes. The head of Visit Jacksonville says craft beer is one thing people are starting to travel to try.
They've seen boosts in their sales since this started. They've seen everyone walking through the door asking about it. And that was really what we were hoping for, was that it would bring a new audience of folks to Jacksonville.
And you can pick up one of those craft passports to get stamped at any of the 7 breweries or at Visit Jack's downtown. Coming up after the break, swimming with dolphins. It's not just for fun. How this day in the sun is helping change the lives of dozens of wounded warriors.
I'm First Alert meteorologist Garrett Beaton. While tracking a few light showers on First Alert Doppler HD and when they pick up for your Sunday in the First Alert forecast.
And this may look like monkey business. We'll explain why scientists pointing lasers at monkeys and mirrors led to a major scientific breakthrough.